so no one was gonna notice.
No, the whole world would have noticed because people care about every little thing, every little detail. That's all
Yeah,
they do.
but when it comes to the X-Men movies, do they though? Do they care about any? Do they care about anyone other than Wolverine?
Yeah.
Obviously, they care about Professor X and Magneto. That's probably it.
Yeah.
And a little Jean Grey, just a little bit.
A little Jean Grey. The Stark Jean Grey.
Yeah, that was Sophie Turner was not very good in that.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't think of her name.
And then what's her name? I don't know why I'm blanking right now on
Jennifer
Jennifer Lawrence. Oh
Jennifer
yeah,
Lawrence.
they definitely they definitely started indulging her star power when she really blew up following the Hunger Games.
And I rather say Rebecca Romaine.
I preferred Rebecca Romaine. No disrespect to Jennifer Lawrence, who I've always liked as an actress, but
Oh, that might be a good. So before you went live, we were kind of talking about some other stuff. Echo.
Echo. Yeah.
Wait, who hasn't? Oh, Echo. I thought you meant like there's that echo he hears. I thought I'm like, wait, who am I? Who has an echo? Yeah, Echo. But I was thinking, yeah, we were talking about Alison Brie. You know, just like randomly about because we were talking She-Hulk and she was the rumor to be She-Hulk. She said she wants to be in the MCU. I wouldn't mind seeing her as Mystique. I think she'd be a good Mystique.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing her as Mystique. I'll leave it at that. He said you were Echo.
Brandon
he said Brandon's Echo.
I'm not surprised. Hang on one second.
Oh crap, man! I am tired.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
No, it's even worse.
Figured it was going to be even worse. Hang on.
I think what you were doing before was fine.
I'm turning echo cancellation back on.
Yeah, it's fine. You just need a green screen, or just do what Martin does, just paint your whole house green. Just paint the whole thing, just randomly take it all the way around.
Oh, I got this. If you want it, I stopped using it a long time ago. It's the little light.
The light. I'll probably end up getting my green screen once and for all within the next couple of days.
I can send this to you. I think you just throw it on a tripod or something.
Yeah, so help you with light, so you have your green screen and light. That'd be good.
Okay.
That was more of the mic. We hate the mic. Like, for me, audio is the main one. Yeah, you good. Yeah. It's the mic quality. Yeah, you fine. Wait a minute.
You're saying Alison Brie is Mystique. I wouldn't necessarily mind that.
I think she could pull it off. I think she should be a good Mystique. If I wouldn't mind seeing her like with the white robe, because they haven't done that yet. Every time they've done Mystique, it's like, oh, you're butt naked. You know,
naked with scales.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. You know, with Rebecca Romaine and Jennifer Lawrence,
exactly. I was like,
yeah, but
Rebecca Romaine,
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing like more of a legit, like comic book kind of version. I think that's still the better one.
Yeah,
you know, because in the comics she's not scaly like that. I'm trying.
No, that was such a weird. That was a weird creative choice. Just like a lot of weird creative choices were made with the costumes in the whole X-Men franchise.
Well, what's missing, Derpy?
I think the only time I can't really give the X-Men movie costumes crap is at the very end of Apocalypse when they had comic accurate suits. only to do away with them in Dark Phoenix.
I was so pissed.
Yeah. Like, what were they so ashamed of?
That was annoying.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, cool. Cyclops look kind of cool, and Nightcrawler and everyone else. I'm like, oh, cool. And then they're like, nah, we're going back to like paintball suits.
Yeah. I freaking hate those ugly black motorcycle biker suits with a burning passion.
Yeah.
I get the why at the time because comic book movies were such a gamble. So I get the why at the time, but they stuck with it.
I think they started with it, and that's all they can do is just keep it going. I mean, I guess they could have done more.
Yes,
but it is still Fox.
Yeah.
The Last of Us. Do you wanna watch a quick trailer?
Sure.
Let's do it.
So we'll do we'll kind of keep it to the two main things, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Okay.
But we'll watch the trailer real quick, do a quick trailer because this dropped, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Even like Derpy was on Discord. He's like, "What? You see HBO Max?" And then I typed in HBO Max, and
first thing
I didn't find. No, the first thing that came up is Cartoon Network being canceled. I was like, "You sons of bitches!" Like y'all said it was all right.
I was so confused because I was like, Rick and Morty. They said they were going to do 2 more seasons of it, and then Cartoon Network's getting canceled. I was like, so where's Rick and Morty going to play this stuff?
I'll probably go to HBO Max for now.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, because they signed a contract for like another 75 episodes.
Yeah.
Which started last season, I think.
Started season 5, right?
No,
So
season 4. Was
really?
The contract, I believe.
Okay.
Because after season 3, it was such a freaking long. It felt like at least a long time. I mean, it's taking a long time right now with this one.
No, I mean the next season starts September 6th or something like that.
Yeah, pretty soon. So it's a quick little teaser. It's like less than 30 seconds. But it is, yeah. Watch the recent HBO trailer. Yeah, they do like a coming soon stuff, and it's like mixed in with a bunch of other stuff. I think somebody cut out the Last of Us part of it. So we'll watch that right now. All right, let's watch this Last of Us HBO show teaser trailer. That came out last night. I've seen it already. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's super quick.
I saw like a really quick snippet of it. It may have even been the entire thing.
Probably.
It's only
Yeah, it's like less than 30 seconds. All right, let's play it.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me.
You have no idea what loss is.
That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, I did see the
cool
entire
parts.
thing.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. Nick Offerman, I think, was the big one.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Well, it looks very Last of Us from the brief snippet that they from the brief shots they showed. I was wondering when we'd get at least like a time frame of when it was coming, because we just knew that they were filming it, and I think like they announced like a couple of days ago or like a week or so ago, like a couple of new members, a couple of new people had joined the cast. So it's nice to hear something more, considering how scarce the news on it has been.
Is this really more? Is it really?
It is, but it isn't.
Next year. I mean, that's
yeah. Well, you know,
You might as well
didn't even
say
have
coming soon.
well we didn't even have that until you know this dropped. So it's nice to at least know something.
Yeah.
Because yeah, they
You
had
don't
set
know
up things.
Yeah. I don't mind them
And,
together. I think it looks they look pretty good together. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they need to be because they're like the main ones.
Mhm.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Anything with Nick Offerman is usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Derpy's saying early February. I heard that would make sense.
Yeah. Mhm.
If it would have said early spring or coming next spring,
Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
Yeah. It's definitely quick, but it looks good. I think
does,
HBO knows how to make some shows. It's kind of scary. This whole episode today is going to be all about HBO. So sit tight for that because if you're watching live, we're going to do House of Dragon, HBO. We're going to talk about Cartoon Network and what's going on with them. That's HBO, Warner Brothers, all that. Yeah, stuff like that, Cartoon Network and HBO Max just literally deleting almost every single animated cartoon on the platform.
And
It's
you
like
still have confidence in this new
I don't know, man.
head of Warner
After
Brothers.
it was slowly dwindling. It was this was the dagger that hit the hardest. It's like, hey, remember your childhood? We're gonna delete it. Like,
Yeah, that's I'm taking that very personally right now.
yeah.
I mean, if their demographic, I was gonna say if their demographics is between the ages of 20 and 50, they probably did bad by deleting Cartoon Network.
Well, it's not gone yet. We're gonna talk about that. So just if you're watching the trailer part, stick around. If you're live, stick around. We're gonna talk about that probably towards the end after Game of Thrones or House of Dragon. But if you're watching our replay,
is it really?
Click it. How we got here? Says season 1 is 10 episodes. Take that, 1 hour each. Okay, that's a good. I think that's like such a perfect. That's 10 hours. That's a good time.
Yeah,
that's what all these shows should be. Honestly,
biggest Canadian. Yeah.
Supernatural, dude.
Yeah. Worried me about Harley Quinn when they said that. That's on the chopping block, man. I think everything on HBO Max. So, and especially animated, but yeah, we'll get into that. But
isn't that like the thing they do the best? Like
animated, Warner Brothers does great animated stuff.
Like
great animated stuff.
What are you doing? It's like Marvel saying we're not doing any more superhero movies. What?
Yeah. Like that's their, the animated stuff is basically their crown jewel.
Yeah. But yeah, hour long episodes. I can dig that. 10 hours. That's like Brian said, that I think that's where it should be at.
Yeah.
That's how you tell a good story.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think for The Last of Us, 1 hour minimum. Per episode. So
yeah, because you figure 10 hours is like what 3-4 movies.
3 hours is 10 hours is a trilogy.
Yeah,
you watch The Matrix. That's trilogies. I'm telling you, those 10 hours is a good trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With The Last of Us in particular, I like the idea of them doing a show more than I would a movie.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is too. Well, you can really say that with anything, but it's too big a story just to be contained in like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, the game itself was hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they jump right into the second game in season 2, then they're kind of done. They need to drag out the first season at least, or the first game at least 2 seasons, at least, if not 3. They need to drag this thing out, which they could add their own little side stories here and there, but yeah, because what are you gonna do for season 3? I don't want to ruin what happens in the game, but what are you gonna do for season 3?
They do like
exactly,
Halo.
yeah.
They do like Halo said, we're no longer going to follow your game.
Yeah,
from Halo did from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean they can run into that same issue that like Game of Thrones did. Like once the original content dried up, the show went downhill, and it went downhill fast.
Yeah, very much like just veered off course.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna. I can see the first game being halfway told in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't see them blowing their load in one season. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's like a limited series, where they do like a couple seasons and that's it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Which I appreciate nowadays. Showrunners and creators kind of knowing when to kind of cap things off rather than just running it into the ground.
Yeah.
Does anyone watch Lock and Key besides me?
I watched season 1 and that was it.
Yeah. Like this new season was the 3rd season. That was their stopping point. 3 seasons was enough.
Yeah.
Or Stranger Things. They're deciding to stop with season 5. I think that's a good stopping point.
It's the perfect time to stop Stranger Things. You don't know. You don't get to say yes. You don't get to say.
I mean, they're gonna be 40, still living in the 80s in high school. I was like, well, that's the issue when you deal with kids. Like there is a very short time frame to make a show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was it? The kid with the bowl cut.
Yeah,
Will.
It was like the Will.
Will.
That dude. He looks older than like some of the teachers in the first episode.
Yeah, still with that Lloyd Christmas bowl cut.
Yeah.
Isn't Will still like relatively young compared to some of the other people that are on there? Some of them are like 23.
That'd be funnier.
Like Lucas is what, 21, 22?
Something like that. I know Joe Keery, who plays Steve, he's like 30.
Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating that. If memory serves correctly, he literally just turned 30 recently.
Yeah, time to end it. But yeah, Derby said also heard episode 1 will be epilogue with pre-first game storyline. Okay. I like that. Cool. If they do that, there's no way they're gonna, because then you'd figure 9 episodes for the first game.
That's not long enough time.
No.
I had more game time, play time. Like,
yeah,
I was an hour like 14. Like, come on, easy.
Yeah, but yeah, timeline changes too, and settings change too. Yeah, so I'm excited about it either way. It's pretty good. But
for it.
Yeah, you guys ready to talk about some House of Dragon?
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
why not? But wait. Noah Schnapp is only 17. He's like the youngest one.
maybe it's that haircut.
He's like the youngest one. Finn Wolfhard is like 19. Mm-hmm. Caleb is like 20. Mm-hmm. So like,
okay,
all of them, like he's literally the youngest one.
Why did I think he was older? Yeah. But
I know,
because he only looks like he's like 30. But it is what it is.
All right, there we go. We got a bunch of old men playing high schoolers.
It's like the Karate Kid all over again.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, let's talk about some Game of Thrones or House of Dragon. I keep calling it that one. All right,
either will be acceptable.
Yeah, right. At this point. All right, before we like start. So we were kind of like messing around with so ready for House of Cash Grabs. I mean, that's what it kind of is. We'll see. I think if they actually put thought and effort into it, then I'll be like, okay, they're actually they want to tell a story. They want to continue this. If it's like at the end of the season, it just kind of shit was thrown at the wall, then it's 100% a cash grab. You know,
Definitely.
They have opportunity. I mean, after seeing the first episode, they have opportunity to make this a really good story. There's the setting is there, the story is there. It just hopefully it's not the same exact story as we already saw.
Yeah, I hope not. That, and I think that may be my biggest fear. Just like Derpy said, like if it solidifies itself as a cash grab, you know, that's not good. But I think there's enough.
Really, you thought so?
I didn't think it was bad at all.
Oh no, I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked the
liked
first
it.
episode.
It was.
I thought it's off to a pretty good start, personally.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then,
hold on before we get into it. So I wrote something out, and for whatever reason, I don't know if I switched computers. It didn't save in the private chat, so I figured we'll do a quick recap, super general, couple like legit like 1 minute to maybe 2 minutes, and then the majority would be us talking about the good and the bad. We'll just trying to separate it is hard, so we just go back and forth between good and bad. Just talk about it, and then predictions, like where we want to go after that. Yeah, so I figured 15 to 20 minutes. If we gotta try to limit ourselves a little more, but you know it is hard when we like something because we tend to talk on. But I think 20 minutes shouldn't be too bad for just the one show, one episode.
Especially if we're recapping at the beginning. So that's why I was going to say. So, what's your recap? What's your recap of the first episode? That's what I was going to say.
What was that? 172 years before.
Game of
Thrones.
Before Khaleesi was born. You know, it was the story of the Targaryens, and it kind of like the beginning of like the Civil War. You know, between niece and uncle. You know, and just they're fighting for that. Oh, yeah, something like that. It doesn't really need because it really was just the start of it, and then we'll get into the details for when we talk about the good and bad. Yeah, it sounds good, or what? What do you guys think?
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm gonna play the intro, and then we'll get going.
Okay.
All right. All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Spoiler Kings movie review. My name is Tank Kramer. I'm with Brandon and Brian. What's up? All right. So if you've been live, if you've been watching live, we already been kind of talking a little bit. But if you're watching on replay, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to let us know you dig what we are talking about. So today, in this episode, we are talking House of Dragon, episode 1, the pilot episode of the spinoff show. So to do a quick recap before we get into what we liked and disliked about it, it was pretty much fill in if there's anything I was kind of missing, but it was just kind of a brother and two brothers kind of fighting. You know, the king is trying to figure out who his heir is and can't find an heir, so he names his daughter the heir, which pisses off the brother, and that's pretty much it. You know, the brother is Matt Smith.
I would start with saying the king before had a choice between a brother and his daughter, and he chose the brother. Now that same brother has the same choice, and this time through some things that happened in the episode, he chooses his daughter. And now, this is the first time a woman has even been thought of to be a queen. And now we're going to see what happens and how the Civil War is going to come about because of this decision.
Yeah. So, the last time was he was preventing a civil war by letting people vote, and they voted for the brother, which is now the king in this episode. This time, he kind of like took it upon himself and named his daughter which I can't remember her what was her name? Veneris, something like that.
Her name is like Acid.
I don't know I don't know the everyone. I know there's Damien, which was Matt Smith. He's the brother.
It was like
the uncle
Ray
of the
Hire.
future.
What's her name?
No, of the daughter. No, it's like Veneris or something.
Look it up too.
Yeah, although you get a bunch of like characters from the dang from the movie.
I have no remember what her name is.
Oh yeah, Rena. But yeah, I kept hearing Veneris.
That's what I thought. Rhaenyra, Rhaenyra. I think it's Rhaenyra or something like that. Because I remember when he went to go call her, he was like, "It's Rhaenyra, whatever." All right, I'm here. And she was like, "You haven't talked to me since the funeral. What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah,
Rhaenyra or something like that. So that's what. So either way,
Rhaenyra. But yeah, I mean that's yeah. Varys was, I think, the brother or the king, the current king or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know the characters' names yet. I feel like by the end of the season, I'm gonna be like know them by heart.
Yeah, because Daemon is the brother.
Yeah, which is such an easy name. I was like,
Daemon.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to I don't know. So real quick before we get into good and bad stuff, I guess this could count as good or bad. Is it a good thing or a bad thing watching Game of Thrones before this? I'm not saying if Game of Thrones is a good or bad show, that's a whole nother argument. But knowing everything you know, do you wish you don't know it going into this one, or is it helpful going into this one?
It almost feels like the prologue at the beginning of this episode was enough. It's kind of like, to me, it was almost like, even though I watched Game of Thrones, it's almost like you don't even need you don't even need to for this one. It lays out everything kind of quickly enough, and it stands on its own. As far as I'm concerned, so you can watch it just because obviously it's within the same world, the same continuity, so to speak. But at the same time, you don't really have to.
Yeah.
So it's a prequel, but I think it's not as it's almost seems like it'd be better if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
for the story.
definitely.
Because knowing some parts of it kind of ruins the story. So it's like you already know where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
So there's less of a shock. But if you didn't know where it was going, I think the story itself will be better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a prequel, but to me it felt like it was enough to stand on its own.
No, definitely. But I mean, what is it better to know kind of where it's going, or to have no clue what the heck's about to happen? And I'm saying, I think in this story, it'll be better to have no clue where it's going to happen and just enjoy the journey from there. Like my wife does not watch Game of Thrones. She's was enthralled. You know, I kind of understood, like, I know what's about to happen here. I can figure out what's about to happen here. And it was different, but she was enthralled. So that's why I'm saying I think it might be better to not know where it's going.
I got you. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Because I mean, it definitely had the same vibe, I felt like, of Game of Thrones.
Definitely.
Which
definitely.
Yeah. which was definitely like on purpose, like because the first one had such a great feeling to it, and like you really got immersed in the everything, just into the story, into the characters, like everything, you were immersed into it.
This
Absolutely.
seemed more like the first through third season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Like the beginning of
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. That's exactly what you were getting here, which I
Yeah.
think arguably are the best seasons. So
first 5 I thought were
Yeah.
freaking amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely starts off the episode after the little prologue the writing that it sets you up for. It starts off with her riding a dragon, which took us 6 seasons in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
It's
a while.
started off, yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, we know what you love. Boom, here it is, freaking dragon.
Really, yeah, right out the woodwork, which is great. Right after that,
Yeah.
that opening scene, which was awesome.
Yeah, but I don't know what else did you guys like or dislike about this first episode?
From an aesthetic standpoint, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was shot very well. The costuming and set design was great.
oh,
I
definitely.
really like the costuming. Like that was like probably my favorite thing about the episode, to be honest. It's got some good actors. Like Patty Considine, or however you say his last name. Obviously, Matt Smith, who's great in everything he's in. Risa Fons, who's also great in everything he's in. So I like the roster of respectable actors, and obviously there's more than them that I could name off. But yeah, I liked that. I liked that it maintained that kind of the brutality in terms of like the and how visceral like a lot of the battle scenes are and stuff like that. Like that raid on the village was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it definitely kept up the momentum in terms of like the how graphic its predecessor was in terms of violence. The I'll keep it family friendly, and I will not say the other scenes, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So it's kind of hard to get a read exactly on like where they're going. The quality of the storyline and narrative, because I always feel like it always takes at least like 3 to 5 episodes to kind of get a read in that regard, especially with shows like this. So I'm kind of waiting to say something about until I formulate an opinion on that. From an aesthetic standpoint and a technical standpoint, I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Brian?
I enjoyed the relationships, showing the relationships and how complex they really were. Between brothers, between uncle and niece, between I guess the 2 girls. I mean, the princess and I guess she's not really maiden. I don't know. She's his second command's daughter. Whatever. Just all those relationships were just really interesting to see how they're developing. Even the love he had for his queen and the decisions that he still was making because he felt the pressure of the kingdom. I love the little cues, seeing like the king looks like he's about to come out. He has tetanus. Like it makes sense because we have a rusty old throne. Things like that, and seeing him get cut again. Just those little details, I think, are going to have huge ramifications later. So, I mean, I think I enjoyed the details because I kind of already knew where the story was going to go. But the details I'm liking because I'm going to enjoy the way the story is going to unfold because of those things.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, but that's kind of true because everything was really based on the family, and having the relationship between the family was really interesting. Because even like who I think we assume the war is gonna be between Damien and what's her name, the princess. You know, but
Are you sure?
I think I don't know. I mean, I think that's where it might go, but I'm not 100% sure on it. But I mean, I'm pretty confident like Damien is not going to just sit down and be like, "Oh, he sent me to my corner." Like, yeah,
Oh,
that man's got
He
an
got on his
army.
dragon. He got on his dragon. He's like, I'm coming.
Yeah. Well,
But
they
he
told
has
him leave.
such a good. I didn't know if he was leaving. Or he was leaving where he told him to leave from to come back because they're doing all this
assumed he
stuff.
left.
You know,
because he took his Lady of the Night friend.
yeah, his concubine, whatever.
yeah. You know, so that's why I assumed he was like leaving the King's Landing.
I don't know because I feel like the relationship he has with whatever Razar, what's her name? I gotta be able to say it right.
So many complicated names on this show. I can't remember.
I know.
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra. All right, we'll go with Rhaenyra. That's what we're gonna go with. I feel like Rhaenyra, Rhaenyra, or whatever.
Rhaenyra.
I feel like that
Tomato,
relationship
tomato.
they have might change, and I don't think that they're giving us all the information. Episode 1 say, and this is what the Civil War is going to be.
Yeah,
because it's complicated. You know, because the one who should have been queen is still there.
Yeah,
that relationship is interesting. The one who's basically the puppet master behind the scenes is there. We don't know what happened between the king and the other guy's daughter. I mean, there's so many things that are kind of left hanging that I think there are going to be maybe 4 people that are going to be vying for the throne, and possibly, the uncle and niece join together. There's so many things that could happen. There's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra.
Oh god, too many damn names. It's legit, man.
Thank you.
But it just changed with Rhaenyra and Daemon combined forces because she has love for her uncle. There is definitely respect, and like we don't even know what type of person she really is.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You know, once the king dies, all hell's gonna break loose.
Yeah.
That exactly goes hand in hand with what I was just saying. It's kind of hard to get a read on the narrative at this point. Which, not that I'm complaining, because I like stuff like that because it keeps me engaged. So I'm interested. Mm-hmm.
I did the bad thing that I always do and ruin the story. I can't help it. I can't help it. I don't know how close they're gonna follow it or not, but yeah. But I mean, for me, knowing the story doesn't ruin the story for me. You know what I mean? Like just because I saw it or read it, you know, and stuff
but
like
then
that.
you can't answer where you think it's going to go.
I mean, yeah, I still can because there could be small changes. Sorry.
This is what happened last time.
It could be like the boys. The boys is completely different.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on in the boys, but
you know, and I think,
but Game of Thrones followed the story pretty well for the first 4 or 5 seasons. So
but this was a story in the story kind of thing. So we don't have a lot of details. We have like what's going to happen with characters, like in the end. But I don't think the details we don't know too much about, you know, because this is, I mean, which I don't think this is a spoiler. You kind of see it in the trailer. It's a Targaryen civil war, which I think after watching the first episode, you kind of know that's coming too.
That's coming. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's a question. The Targaryens ruled until Robert's rebellion. Yeah. They were the bosses. They were the bosses. So, yeah. And then freaking Robert ruined it. But yeah, one thing I did like was like him getting all the cuts, because that I know from the books for sure is the throne cut like people who sat on it because the Targaryen that made the throne said no king should be comfortable sitting on his throne. So that's why he made it out of swords. One, to show off how badass he is, but two is like kind of like going forward. Remember, it's not a cushy seat. You're gonna bleed and it's gonna hurt, kind of thing. So
3, you have tetanus and die.
Yeah. So I mean, you like get a foam. Well, I guess that's one thing this episode kind of showed, like how good is modern medicine.
Exactly.
Like make
Well,
sure you appreciate
he's stressed, so yeah, this thing won't heal. That's not how things work. It's just like, what? Okay.
Yeah, we saw some very some things that could have fairly easily been solved in today's world with science. At first I thought it was grayscale. No, because it was gooey.
Yeah.
It was like pussy, which was kind of nasty. I'm like, you really didn't have to zoom in on that, but whatever. Like,
yeah,
Here's my
remind
other
me of
question.
something like
No one thought
reminded me of
needle and
something
thread.
out of The Fly.
No one thought needle and thread.
fly.
Let's throw some alcohol. There's alcohol around. There's no needle and thread.
Yeah.
You're just gonna sew together. Like,
Close it back up.
Yeah,
But they thought about cauterizing it, so it's like, let's burn it shut. Yeah.
it's like,
Let's just
okay.
not sew it shut. Let's burn it shut.
like ew.
So, yeah. He even said, like, cool, do it. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah, he was done. He had enough.
Yeah. Any cool characters that like stuck out? Oh, wait, I do got one bad one. Even my girlfriend said something right away. How do we not have technology to make wigs look better? Like, like Matt Smith looked weird with the fake wig. Pretty much all the Targaryens really looked weird, like with the fake bleached blonde wigs. That was one of my biggest gripe with it. It's just it's so annoying.
I thought that they did that on purpose. Like, how like wigs used to wear white wigs on purpose. I thought that might have been on purpose, and that's not really. Everyone knows that it's not their hair, and they're just doing it anyway because that shows their royalty. F it. No black is gonna grow blonde dread. It's just not gonna happen, bro.
Well, we got the gray dreads.
I didn't think the gray dreads looked bad.
That was awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, Matt Smith's wig was very
So
dollar store Legolas,
Oh, it gave you Party City look. Come on.
Party City, wish.com. But yeah, I definitely agree. I'd say that was a definite distraction.
We're gonna say bad. The C-section was too much for me. I was like, I looked at my wife. I said, if we ever were going to have another kid, that ended tonight.
Yeah,
right there. That was too much for me. I couldn't. That was just too much.
Yeah, that made me tense up. That kind of made me squirm when they, even just the build up to it, them holding her down, and him saying, "No, they're gonna bring the babe out. They're gonna bring the babe out, or bring out the babe," whatever he was saying.
The babe.
That was really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna do. Well, I know. Talking about that, as soon as they said the baby's breech, I was like, oh, well, gotta pick one. Which one?
Yeah.
Which one you gonna pick? And him, the way he's been talking, kind of knew, but yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like he loved his wife. It's just that he felt the pressure of the kingdom, and his sore and his maybe impending death and things like that, and feel like I need to do this. And after all that, you lose both of them.
You lose both. Only to lose both of them.
That was hard.
Yeah, that was
hard.
harsh.
And it happened 5 times before.
Yeah, that sucked.
Maybe you should just stop.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she was saying. She goes, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
I think that's the time when you should have a tag team, like a tag team partner. Like, hey, next one, you go in. I can still be queen, but you do this.
You're the oven.
surrogate.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly. But that's the thing with like these Targaryens back then is like, they like to keep it in the family, and that's how like they know when you're not a Targaryen is when you get not that hair, you know what I mean? Because that's how they found out with all the other ones, like, oh, blonde hair, blonde hair, blonde hair, blonde hair. Like, oh wait, this one doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. Like, something happened, Well, and I think he ended up naming his daughter. Anyway. Yeah.
Could have had his wife. Could have been a happy family.
I mean, happy-ish. At least could have been with her.
Yeah.
Because if the baby, it seemed like the baby was going to die because they had no way of bringing out the baby, which is kind of interesting too. Because I'm like, one way or another, the baby needs to come out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, take that for whatever, thoughts go through your head. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. But,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't going to end happy either way.
Yeah,
but I think that's what the show is, though. The show, like Game of Thrones, never has a happy ending. That's just not a thing that George R. R. Martin does. Yeah. So the whole time, I don't know about you guys. I was thinking of I don't know if you ever heard of Di Atwood, the South African,
the South African like
guy
rapper.
and the chick.
They were in they were in Chappie.
Yeah. That's all I can think about.
Crappy.
I don't know why she looked like her. What was her name? Yolanda or whatever. The chick from Die Atwood. like that's
Yolandi or something like that.
Yeah, Yolandi. Yeah, something like that. I'm like, why does she look just like her? With this, I'm just waiting for her to like do a shitty rap.
That didn't register. That did not even register. Holy crap!
No,
I can't unsee
it. Yeah, you can't unsee it now. So
I do
ruin the entire series.
What's up, Professor Smoke? Thanks for joining.
What's up? But let's get into some predictions, and then we'll move on to something else. But what predictions do you guys think this might go? I know we kind of touched it a little bit, but
I'll go one word: incest.
What that already happened. More.
Yeah, this is Game of Thrones we're talking about, So that's pretty much inevitable.
I'm just saying, take what I already said. What I said about the niece and the uncle. Take my word.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Damon does next. Because I think he's pretty much like the loose cannon or the wild card of this series, and curious to see what he does because I think it's going to happen pretty soon. What he's going to do, and more importantly, how he's going to end up doing it. Because he like right out the gate, he's pretty insidious and a schemer based on the information that we have to go on, or based on what we've seen of him. So I'm really curious to see where they go with him moving forward. I think that was pretty much my main takeaway as far as predictions for the rest of the season, and the next episode and the remainder of the season.
I like the idea. As I said, Damon said, "Why would you never name me your number 2?" So, Rhaeris, whatever her name is, what if that's what she does? Her father dies, and she names Damon her number 2 as her counsel, and then a romantic link comes up. But my point is that she does what her father didn't do. And that's what causes the Civil War, because everyone wants Damon to be out of there. That's what I thought. So that's, even though Tank already knows what's happening, I'm just saying That's what I thought.
I think they're gonna change a little bit from the story. I think they will. I think they will. But also there are a lot of things that I feel like can set up things later. Because my biggest question at the end of the episode is, did he? I don't know how to say it. Did he have sex with
Yeah, that's what I
his
said.
hand's daughter? Yeah, that's my
With
biggest
his
thing.
his second in command's
His
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
So and then
You know.
she becomes pregnant after you
Yeah.
already named an heir. Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's my biggest kind of question going forward. What's gonna happen with that? But I mean, what are we gonna get that season 3? Maybe 2. I mean,
9 months. So I think you'll see by the end of the episode. So they resolve the Damon Rarest whatever problem, and then that comes. And now what do you do? And the king's dead.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of cool. I like not knowing much. Like I said, I know the story because I read into it, but I think they're gonna change some stuff. So, which would be good because that kind of keeps the people who already know the story on their toes. But hopefully, it seems like if they keep the vibe the same, it'll make everyone happy. Very like to me, like The Boys did it perfectly. Like if you read the comic books, you can love the comic books and the show at the same time. And they're very different. So I hope they kind of do with this because I also heard George R. R. Martin is like on set. He's very involved in this one.
Yeah, I was reading about that. Like I know his involvement's a lot, dare I say, even heavier than Game of Thrones, or at least like the later seasons of Game of Thrones. So yeah, his involvement's always reassuring.
But
I can't wait to see episode 2. Cool.
Yeah. It just how much more dragons. I think the dragons so far have their own personality because you saw her dragon, and kind of like was crying at the end for burning the bodies like they do, kind of like whimpered like a puppy almost, but then also Damien's dragon.
Aggressive.
I mean, he looked like he was ready to rip somebody's head off.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this about the dragons. What do you guys think of the CG for them?
Not bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
It wasn't bad.
It was fine.
There's a few parts I noticed, like when they were flying through the clouds, and when they were landing. That was
the
weird.
First dragon. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. It gave me like mid '90s kind of Dragonheart vibes. A little bit. Yeah.
But it's a TV show. I'm okay as long as it's not Spider-Man #1 bad CGI. I'm pretty much could understand.
Oh yeah, like PS1 graphics.
Yeah. As long as we have PS4, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man did look pretty rubbery in a lot of scenes.
It was terrible.
Well, yeah. It was also what 90s or was it was like 2000s, right?
Yeah,
it was like 2002.
Yeah,
2002.
And I was like, this is terrible. Everyone was, this is a great movie. I was like, that is the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life.
Some of it.
No, all of it looked terrible.
Like when he's first jumping from rooftop to rooftop, that was awful. And then when he was going after Uncle Ben's murderer, that looked pretty bad when he was wall crawling.
All right, here's a secret for everyone inside. He loves Spider-Man. Yeah. That was terrible. The CGI in Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 was good. The first Spider-Man was awful. The CGI was.
Yeah. It was hit or miss in the first one.
Go watch it again. You probably. I know you have the DVD right below you.
it's already in the DVD player.
And they're on Netflix. The original Raimi trilogy's on Netflix right now. But yeah, well, they did step their game up with the CG for the second one.
2 was really good. 2 was probably my favorite one.
They put more money into it too, I think.
Yeah.
But cool. Anything else, guys? With the Game of Thrones spinoff. House of
Just
Dragon.
wondering what's to become of HBO Max. I don't know where we're going.
Oh gosh.
I just don't know what they're doing right now. So
Yeah, that's the next conversation we're gonna have.
all right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me hit it. All right. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me I forgot to like sign out real quick because I want to talk about this like so bad. So let me do this real quick. I have a brain fart. All right. So that's what we thought about House of Dragon. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about House of Dragon. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is it kind of sucky? You know, did you like the CGI? Did it look kind of old school? But leave a comment. Let us know. And check us out next week when we're talking about episode 2 of House of Dragon. But yeah, now let's move on to other stuff. Cool. All right, now we can talk about you want to talk about
Let's talk about Cartoon Network first. And then
CW?
we can get to
CN.
Yeah.
To HBO in general.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it, pull it up the article. But basically, the rumor is Cartoon Network might not survive the end of the year. That the rumor is there was a leaked email, I believe, or something like that.
Yes.
And they were saying Cartoon Network is gonna basically be gone, and all the good stuff will go on HBO for now until they figure out everything with merging Discovery Plus and HBO Max. And yeah, I mean, I cannot imagine my life without Cartoon Network. I know that sounds stupid.
No.
That's the channel I watch the most.
Yeah.
Like, like Bob's Burgers is always on. Saturday nights you get all my anime, Attack on Titan, Rick and Morty, like regular show was on there, Adventure Time was on there, and all these shows could be just gone.
I'm the same boat, man. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how I carry on without Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I know it's like a bunch of 30-year-old men talking about Cartoon Network, but it's
No, I think they're coming after us.
enjoy it.
I honestly believe the new guys who are running the WB, Warner Brothers, are coming after us.
Yeah.
We want to have their own civil war.
Yeah.
They're coming after all 25 to 50-year-old men who are real nerds at heart. They're coming after us. We need to rise up, guys.
I can see, I mean, it's also the one of the channels that does like murder porn, like a lot, or Discovery,
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Discovery's very older generation,
Yeah.
and Warner Brothers, or at least Cartoon Network, is more our generation. I mean, like
Mhm.
had a lot of cartoons that we watched when we were younger, and kind of a lot of the shows kind of grew up as we grew up.
We're part of
So,
the older generation too, Tank.
Well, I mean, we're older generation compared to like the newer generation. But
You call it like the newer generation. I'm like, no, we're old.
in comparison between the two, because there's like the murder porn generation, which is like our parents, like that generation. Then there's like our generation who's like spends money on freaking toys and watches cartoons still, exactly. Exactly. And then there's the new generation that's like social media, TikTok kind of generation. I feel like that's like the three worlds that are living right now. Yeah. You're gonna hit the mic and you go flying. But I mean, and I think we're all in that same boat of like comic book movies are big because of our generation, because we love that shit, so. And I feel like, oh man, at first I didn't mind the whole like merger, like, oh, Batwoman got canceled or Batgirl got canceled. I was like, oh well, they need to reboot that whole thing. But now it's just like, oh, they're canceling everything you love. Like Infinity Train got pulled off of HBO Max, and that's such a great show. So
I told you that this is a problem. I personally think the only thing that Warner Brothers or DC has done well is all the animation.
Oh, yeah,
DC
yeah,
animation is the best animation that you got. It's the
yeah,
best animation ever made. As we
yeah,
talk about, I don't want to get into Batman, but Batman, though, that stuff is the best superhero animation you got, period, that was ever been made. And
yeah,
they're
and
trying to get rid of everything that we love. And I don't know what I feel about it.
yeah, and even reaching before all the DC stuff, man. I don't know about you guys. I'm a huge Hanna-Barbera fan. So,
Hmm.
Flintstones, Scooby Doo, Jetsons,
I watch
all,
Scooby
all
Doo
that
all
all
the
that
time,
stuff.
man. I got Boomerang.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge
Boomerang.
Scooby
Oh
Doo
my
fan.
god, yeah.
Like I think like some of the older school cartoons were kind of my gateway into cartoons in general, man.
Mhm.
Like starting with Scooby Doo and the Flintstones and the Jetsons, and like Josie and the Pussycats, all that stuff. So it's really I'm taking this personally. If it's true, I'm taking this very
That's
personally because like
that's what they're saying.
yeah,
It
and
makes sense.
hell,
I think it's going to
like
happen. They're trying to make money. So like Adult Swim is something that everyone has watched, right?
mhm.
Why not make
Yeah.
it make money now? They'll have an HBO Max part that's only for animation. And that's what they're going to do. So they're going to take away your free animation and now they're going to charge you for it.
I don't know, man. I mean,
It's
because the rumor is he's gonna Zavlav, whatever the hell his name is, he's
Yeah.
gonna merge Discovery and HBO Max. Like, so all the Warner Brothers and all the Discovery stuff is all gonna get on one platform, which sucks because like I don't know, like I don't want my Adult Swim cartoons right next to like a murder porn, first 48 hours or whatever. It's like,
Same.
like I think and I'm sure it's vice versa. I'm sure people who watch like first 48 or whatever else is on, I don't even know what's on Discovery, like legit. I know it's a lot of documentaries and stuff like that.
every time I hear Discovery, I think about safaris or the Amazon or them talking about endangered species and stuff like that. All right, yeah, I don't think that's right. That needs to be next to Harley Quinn or Rick and Morty. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that belongs there.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the top shows on Discovery Plus. Is Alone? I have no idea what it is.
Oh, I know that
9
one. That's pretty
There's
good.
9 seasons.
That's pretty good.
The
It's like
Secrets
Naked
of
and Afraid.
Skywalker Ranch.
It's like Naked and Afraid, but like
Okay.
alone because you're totally alone.
Yeah. Skinwalker Ranch, which is not bad.
No, not a bad one.
But it's also Stanley Tucci Searching for Italy.
Which, admittedly, I enjoy that one. I really like Stanley Tucci as an actor. So
yeah. United Shades of America. That's with freaking my God, what's his name? I'm having a brain fart. Oh my God, Bell. Cool. Is that Kamal Bell? Kamal Bell?
Oh,
Comedian.
Camille, is it?
No, not
is it-
Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah.
I know you're talking about. What's his name?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's a
Mobile.
Kumail.
Mobile.
Which I mean, I haven't seen any of these shows. Like I heard of them.
I've seen it on CNN once. Like I was like, yeah.
Expedition Bigfoot. Like these are shows that I make fun of my mom for watching. You know? Like, oh, Bigfoot's real. Like, yeah, Bigfoot's real. Like, I mean, Diesel Brothers. I don't know. I mean, There's really
I don't
nothing
even
on
think
here
I've
that
heard
I'm
of
like,
Diesel Brothers.
yeah, I think they started on YouTube, but yeah, I mean,
Yep, that's what
90
we
Day
got, guys.
Fiance.
And you were the one that was all for it. You're like, oh yeah, it's okay for him to redo this. Let's trust him with DCEU. No, I don't trust anyone from over there.
Yeah,
I mean, go ahead.
when originally I said he was trying to kind of do it right and do like a 10-year plan, and then what you guys said kind of sunk in. How many times has DC said that?
Every decade.
Yeah. So yeah, especially with with these allegations, it's just becoming more and more apparent that the guy's just talking out of his ass.
He's just gonna throw stuff up there. No, I think he has a plan. I just don't think it's a good plan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from what it looks like, his plan is to tax write off everything. You know, but which I mean, you can't. I don't know, man. It's not good. It sucks. And if I don't know, Cartoon Network one hit me hard. That one hit me way harder than like him canceling Batgirl or.
But I can see minorities, like people, women, a black woman being upset and saying, well, I finally had something I might actually want to watch, and now you cancel this.
You're
and
canceling.
If they keep the Flash,
that's going to be such a bad look.
It's gonna look so bad.
They're gonna keep it. They're keeping it. I mean,
that's why they're releasing all these things. It's the highest rated movie that people have seen. People are loving it so much, and they're leaking that. It's coming from them. That's what they're saying.
But also, how true is it? They keep saying these things like, "Oh, Batgirl had bad ratings." It was like, according to you, who is giving me the news, you're saying it sucked, but no one else saw it. You know what I mean? And then the people that did see it can't talk about it.
You're the one that just released Justice League. So how do we know
how
believe you?
And how bad, and this is a studio that put out friggin' Batman and Robin and Catwoman and Steel.
And my point is, you guys believe that they can redo
See, but that's not. It's not the same guys. It's the same brand, but all those guys are brand new. It's Discovery guys now.
It doesn't exactly. What Discovery makes you believe this is good? Like, what from Discovery makes you think alone? Like I was saying, it's like Naked and Afraid. It's the same story over and over and over again, and then watch it.
Yeah.
First 48, it's the same story over and over and over again. It's just different characters. Yeah. Like I don't know. What about it makes you guys think this is going to change? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's your heart talking instead of your mind. Like in my mind, I'm like, why would I trust these guys?
Mm-hmm. And with the Flash, I'm just so fearful of what Ezra Miller, despite that apology last week, I'm so fearful of what they'll do next. Because that movie was originally supposed to come out 3 months from now. It was supposed to be out in November, and then they delayed it all the way back to next summer. So that gives him plenty of time to play.
Exactly.
Right before it gets released, he's gonna do something really, really stupid. Watch.
Yeah. So,
well, I mean, I think they're gonna lock his ass up basically, and he's getting help. And then after the movie's out, they're like, all right, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
But I can see them kind of doing that too. It's just, but I mean, like the DCU had issues, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I could see maybe you guys doing something, but then it doesn't make any sense why you're getting rid of Cartoon Network, or at the very least, you're getting rid of shows because they're saying Victor and Valentino is going to be canceled. That's one of my new favorite shows. I love that show. Okay, what the heck is it? Like the wrestler guy one. What is it? OKKO. That's what it is. That's getting canceled. There's Cartoon Network has always made good cartoons. Uncle Grandpa was definitely like a goofy, stupid show that I loved. And I don't know. and them getting rid of all these things, and that not only getting rid of them, like they're off of YouTube, they're off of every platform because in order to do a tax write-off, you can't monetize it anymore, which means you can't put it on anything. Like you can't make any money from it. So that's it. They're gone.
Yeah, just completely wiping it all out.
Yeah.
Which is
so
that's cold.
It is what it is, and those are your guys.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I was kind of already upset about is Close Enough, which was one of my Close Enough, which is J.G. Quintley. He's the one who made a Regular Show. Regular Show is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. It's so freaking good. And Close Enough is kind of that same thing, but with humans and in their 30s. So it's definitely like stories that we can relate to, you know what I mean? Like, oh, here's an older couple and, but they're divorced, they have no kids. Oh, here's one with kids and they can't have money. It kind of like talks to like our generation on, stuff like that, which is funny. That show had such a hard time finding a spot on TV. It was supposed to be on TNT. It was supposed to be on TBS. And then finally it came out to HBO and it did good. And now they're like, oh, that's it. No season 4. Whatever's out. Bye.
Doesn't WB own part of CW or 50% of CW? It's like CW is WB and CBS, right? And everything on CW has been canceled, right? So why didn't you see this coming? just saying. Everything on CW has been canceled. That was just the beginning. They're going through everything, guys. Everything.
Yeah.
So all the things you love, he's going to tax write off all of it, and then we're going to be left with alone.
Well, we're gonna be left with Discovery shows, and Rick and Morty. That's what I feel like it's gonna be, like all the Discovery shows and Rick and Morty. And then once Rick and Morty's done, they're like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but I think that I honestly really believe they're just trying to monetize it more. Instead of trying to, have this free television, they're just going to put it on their platform only. They're going to change the name, whatever. They're going to only have it on their platform, and they're just going to try to make money. That's it. And that's what he's going to be about. This guy's going to be about making money.
Yeah. Which is I don't think
that means you're not going to get good content.
Yeah. I mean, also like how much is this gonna be? And then like, I think he's banking on like, oh, here's a streaming service for everybody. You can watch these cartoons, you can watch kid shows, you can watch, the HBO Sesame Street, stuff, or you can watch like all the murder porn, So I think that's what he wants to do. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen.
2 weeks from now, they're canceling Cinemax. It's next.
Do they own Cinematics? I don't even know if they do. They
HBO Max.
That's not Cinemax, is it? They.
Yeah, that's separate, right?
Yeah, I thought that was separate. And also, can we get people stop like doing everything Max and Plus? It's so freaking annoying.
Yeah.
Cinemax operations are based on right along HBO, Warner Media.
Warner Media? Well,
yes, Warner Brothers Discovery. They own Cinemax. Yes.
There you go.
So, yes, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, Chad wants to know the whole story about what's going on. Who wants to tell him? Who's going to tell him?
I can tell him. Well, right now, it's a rumor. The Cartoon Network part of it is just a rumor. There's supposedly like an email leak that the merger, the Warner Brothers Discovery, is probably going to cancel Cartoon Network, and they're saying probably sooner than later. Like there's some people are saying like by the end of this year, like Cartoon Network is not going to make it into 2023. Some people are saying it's going to be done in 2023, but it seems like that's what's the case with it. But also like a lot of the Cartoon Network shows that moved over to HBO Max are just getting cut. And then also they're getting cut. So you have Summer Camp Island, Victor Valentino is going to be done. Infinity Train. If you haven't seen Infinity Train, go pirate it somewhere or something.
He did not say that, really guys.
Good. No,
did not say that.
The creator is telling you to go pirate it.
Let the
He's on
creator say
Twitter.
that. I don't want us to get sued.
Well, I mean, you could do it. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you where to go, but
Don't
you
press
can
this
figure it
link.
out. Well, also you can follow some of these creators on Twitter, and there's one creator I believe of Infinity Train. I believe it was Infinity Train. He said as soon as it gets canceled and it's a tax write-off, he goes he's gonna put up the torrents. He goes, here's the torrents, have fun, download it, enjoy my work, so yeah, so it's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
damn, Cartoon Max stuff is going to be on HBO Max. Well, there's already stuff, and it's getting all canceled.
Yep,
it's already getting canceled. Yeah.
It's everything
yeah,
we
some
grew
really
up
good
with,
shows.
guys. It's just they're canceling our childhood.
Yeah,
and adolescence.
Yeah. So supposedly Victor and Valentino and Summer Camp Island are going to continue on Cartoon Network, but I feel like they're like, oh well, you already made the next season or whatever. Might as well play it on the network that we're going to kill in a couple months anyway. So, but people are already saying that's not true. There, there's a bunch of people like, oh no, we're keeping Cartoon Network, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I don't see it.
It seems like a real life episode of Game of Thrones. This whole HBO stuff. It's Warner Brothers.
I didn't even think about that.
That's what we're gonna see. House of Dragons is actually what's happening behind the scenes in Warner Brothers. This is what this is.
See, Fight Eagle. So HBO Max removes 36 titles, and then the rumor was that they were gonna remove it next week. But then since it came out early that like HBO was gonna do this, they're like, all right, cool, you already know it's gone, and
It's
like
gone.
they did it like the other day,
which is just a dick move.
Yeah. So these are all the not all the originals, but some of the originals. Aquaman, King of Atlantis, which was kind of a Teen Titans Go, but with Aquaman. It was kind of funny. It made fun of itself a lot.
Yeah,
it was a joke.
Yeah, it was definitely a goofy. Close Enough, which was definitely one of my favorite ones.
I liked Close Enough.
Infinity. Yeah, I love Infinity Train, which was another great one. Then some other ones, the Runaway Bunny, the Not Too Late Show with Elmo, so an Elmo show for the kids, so stuff like that. And then the Mighty Magiswords, if you've ever seen that one was kind of good. I never really got into it, but it was fun for what the ones I watched. OKKO, really good. Uncle Grandpa, Victor Valentino, done. So, yeah. So, but
just the beginning of the end, guys. The beginning of the end.
Yeah, which
I think so. It's like you said, sad times. Definitely. It sucks, man. I found out about this probably last night. And I started. Oh no, actually, it was Derpy messaged us in Discord and was like, "Oh, check out HBO Max." And then when I looked up HBO Max, like this is all I saw. I was like, "Oh my god, they're deleting our childhood." I
wish I could sing. I was singing the Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye.
I think that's the most fitting song.
Yeah. Well, once it becomes finalized and they actually do delete it for a tax write-off, then yeah. But,
we'll do a video montage. We'll all work on it.
Yeah.
Do a PowerPoint for
it. Yeah, I'm taking this very personally, guys.
I mean, it seems like they're trying to do it to us. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
we should all revolt.
Yeah, I feel very targeted specifically.
Yeah. Well, also the creators of all these shows are really, 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 really pissed, because a lot of them making money, getting insurance, all depends on them getting revenue from their show. But now if the show's removed and and also removed off of YouTube and everything like that to be a tax write-off, and the show cannot make money, like you're affecting like people's livelihood, like their
Livelihoods.
life, like
Yeah.
so I mean, yeah, there's us, with being, giant, kids and loving cartoons, but there's like an actual like people losing their jobs and not getting paid and are, not going to have insurance, and it, it sucks. It super sucks. Yeah. Like the big one is the creator from Infinity Train. Like I said, he's the one like really saying like it sucks. And also like they took down the pilot too, and the pilot was made by the creator. So the creator, I think, put it up, and it kind of became like a grassroots kind of movement. And finally, like I think Warner Brothers like, oh hey, we'll pick it up and we'll play it. But I don't know, they bought all the rights, so they bought that as well. But yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, like and at the end of the day, like you said, man, like they're the real victims.
Yeah.
Well,
here's I'm looking at the article. So this is a Screen Rant with I think Screen Rant is pretty good with their stuff. So CNBS estimates that this will save Discovery tens of millions of dollars, which Dennis states. Dennis is who's this? He's the creator, Owen Dennis, the creator of Infinity Train. So yeah, he states is a merger amount of $3 billion that Zaslav intends to save by next year at the expense of creatives. Cartoon Network apparently cautioned HBO Max and Discovery against the unexpected removal, warning that this would severely harm relationships with creators and talent, and it looks to have done just that. So, I mean, they're burning bridges, it seems like, too. Like, what actors are going to want to go work for them if they can just cancel a movie at any time? What creators are going to want to go make stuff for them when
it's all about money?
Pull it.
It's all about money. They're only caring about money right now.
And in doing such, just going hand in hand with what exactly both of you guys just said, it just kind of seems like they're gonna self-sabotage. Who's gonna want to work with them, like you said, Tank? What's this gonna lead to down the line? Who's gonna want to risk their hard work going down the drain, so to speak? So I don't think this is going to turn out the way Zaslav.
I don't think this is going to go the way you think it's going to go.
The way you think it's going to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah. This is Dennis reveals that it's generally believed that the HBO Max purging was done to avoid paying ongoing residuals to animators, artists, musicians, and actors. So
the merger costs you money, so you cut the little guy out of the making the little money they can make to make the ends meet for the rest of whatever, and you take their money, and now you're good.
Yeah. Who said it? Shit, somebody said it. I think Adam Conover. I don't know if you guys ever watched Adam Ruins Everything.
Yeah.
He has a new show out that's pretty good. But I follow him on social media, and he made a video talking about this topic in general. And I believe it was him or it was a comment in there that said like, "Oh, they want to save money. They should fire Zaslav and save $300 million a year." It's like, I'm like, well, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh, God forbid. It's
or him take a pay cut. It's like, no, who's gonna pay for my other 4 castles?
That's impossible. Like, you can't cut into profit. You can't cut into my pay. So what can I do? Cut into your pay. That's just the world we live in, and it sucks, man. It really
DC sucks. Killing dreams, guys. Killing dreams.
Yeah.
Wait till the revolt when they cancel Batman 2.
Oh, they won't even cancel. They just won't even sign it on it. It's not even greenlit or anything.
They canceled on the cutting floor. like they did for the other stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, that Superman that you were gonna do? Nah, we're cutting that. Let's gonna cut it all.
I'm I'm surprised they haven't greenlit Batman. Just how much they banked on that character over the decades.
That's my point. It made what $800 million, and they still haven't greenlit it.
Mm,
Yeah.
which
Something's going
Oh
on.
shit. So they canceled another show a few hours ago. Driftwood. So they
really?
canceled another one. I never seen it. I heard good things about it. It was definitely on my list to see. That's canceled. Oh, that's why I haven't seen it, because they canceled an upcoming animated feature film. That's what it was. Because I heard like people hyped up about it, and I remember seeing the picture. It's like a rabbit on like driftwood in space kind of shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it was greenlit just 3 months ago.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
He's $3 billion.
Yeah, that's a
That's
trip.
That's sad. All right, this is enough of this. I can't do this anymore. We can't go down this road anymore. We gotta change. We gotta change.
I'm feeling very sentimental about this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was one thing. Is like, well, good thing I do like if you do want to like keep things going, you can still buy DVDs that are still in circulation. Hopefully you can. Your best bet, I'm gonna promote it because my girlfriend is a librarian. So go to your library. You can rent DVDs. You know what I mean?
Those?
So
Wait, what are those? Library.
See, that's why you go give it to an old person like us, and we can rip it. I'm not telling you to do that, but that's the thing you could do, and you can have a digital copy of it. It's illegal, but they're not making money on it anymore. So why do anybody care, right?
And
There's
WB just got Tank. She's just
Zaslav just like rises up behind me.
I'm like,
Yeah,
look behind you.
Yeah.
Look behind you.
just kind of slowly, just kind of pops his head like slowly up.
The bald head.
It'll
But yeah, go to your library. Like
terribly animated.
they have so many other stuff. So if it's on a DVD, probably check your local library and they can probably find it for you. So there's at least that silver lining.
Yeah.
If it's out already, hopefully you can find it at your library.
And if you're smart, you buy the DVD and keep it in the packaging.
I don't know if I can do that.
So it'll be collector's item.
See, you can. I think it's legal for you to rip a movie you bought because it's yours. I think. Don't hold me to it. I don't know. Like the whole pirating laws.
What are we talking about, guys? I'm not part of this conversation.
Yeah.
It's all Tank Kramer. If you call me, I'll give him his address.
Oh, they get something like that.
Don't worry, Tank. I could not in good conscience do that to you.
Oh man, no movies for you. All right. But cool. If you watch us rant for a while, leave a comment, let us know what you guys thought. What was your favorite Cartoon Network show? Either Adult Swim, Toonami, Cartoon Network. Let us know in the comments.
God.
Yeah.
So good.
So many animes I found out about Toonami when I was becoming an early weeb. So, but all right, let's move on to some other stuff. All right, I don't know what else you guys got.
You gonna talk about Ezra Miller? We might as well keep it all WB. We just, whatever.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, he's such a friggin' weirdo.
He
To say the least.
So we were talking about offline. We were talking about the apology that
he issued last week.
What do you guys think about that? I want to hear.
I would have liked to have heard him deliver it in person because I think it would sound just very stilted and very very dead, because I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers made him do that. So I feel like does anyone remember that episode of the Boondocks with the sociopathic kid that Riley was hanging out with, and his grandma made him come over and start apologizing, and just how dead and soulless and insincere it sounded.
Uh-huh.
I think if we heard Miller deliver this speech in person, it would sound exactly like that.
Look at say it sounds exactly like this. I name here apologize for all my actions and for you feeling sad or bad about what I did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was very wrong, and I am very sorry. It will not happen again. I am actively seeking treatment for my behavior. Stuff like that. Just very detached and very just I'm wondering what this is going to mean for the movie, especially with the potential options that Warner Brothers was considering for it. But
yeah, we know exactly what it means for the movie. It'll be out in May. It'll be out in May. That's it. They're not going to cancel it. That's why they're fighting so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how. I mean, I can. They don't want to lose more money, but
yeah.
I mean, if you're taking hits and all this other shit, just is that movie that good? Is this movie that good that you're willing to put a person like him with all the issues he had out front and center? I don't know.
I mean, he might have pictures. He's blackmailing them. Like, you showed me this. I'll show about the first night you guys became WB execs. We had a great time. He's have all the whole video.
He's got some dirt on WB, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do feel bad for everyone involved who was just trying to make a living or or deliver good entertainment.
Tank just like he has hurt his heart.
Yeah. So I've been, looking at everything. So the Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, and Bruce Timm Batman the Cape Crusader that was gonna come out is done.
Oh, come on. I was kind of curious to see that one too.
I was super curious. Like with J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves together, like
Matt Reeves. Yeah, especially
it was gonna be an animated series. Yeah.
What are they doing? Why are they doing this? Why?
Because they figure, hey, what's the best way to get money? Let's steal candy from a baby. Let's take all the candy from the babies. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I guess there's other stuff they canceled. I'm looking at was other series on the chopping block. Well, I guess it's not. I guess it's on the chopping block, which is probably gonna get canceled. Is Merry Little Batman? I don't know what that, but that sounds awesome. Sounds so stupid. Yeah. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Bye Bye Bunny, a Looney Tunes musical. Did I Do That to the Holidays? A Steve Urkel story. What?
What?
I didn't even hear about that, but I would have loved to have watched that.
Would Jaleel White be coming back for that?
But that's AMC or ABC, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is Disney.
Unless they bought it.
Maybe. And then The Amazing World of Gumball.
But really? The Amazing World of Gumball?
I love Gumball. That's such a, and I love that they kept the character even though he was going through puberty, so his voice started changing, so they changed the character's voice and just rolled with it. And it was so funny. I love that show. It's so stupid though.
I'm going to say that Family Matters left ABC and then went to CBS and then went to.
I can see that happen.
I think Warner Bros. Has Family Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So the Batman Cape Crusader was meant to build on Batman the Animated Series, which was created by Tim in 92 to 95. Mm-hmm. So it was gonna be a continuation. They recently decided not to move forward with it.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
which sucks because they were working on it for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they did a whole movie and scrapped the whole movie. You think they're going to do? What do you think they'll do the animation? It's just-
Yeah. I feel like Discovery is like cartoons.
True.
Nah. Like
No one
who watches
watches
cartoons?
that. Superhero movies. Nah. Women. What? Nah, we don't need those guys. Let's put on
Yeah.
double 60 minutes. Let's go 120 minutes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
CNN.
That's
Matt Reeves was trending, and that was the first one. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I'm like, oh yeah, well that's gone. So yeah, yep,
no,
sucks.
that's too bad.
This
I
is
was
it, man.
really
It's
looking
just what
forward
it
to that
is.
show. It sounded
This is what it
Yeah.
is. I mean, this is everything's going. Everything you thought we were gonna have is gone. This is what it is. It's our new lives.
I mean, like what's trending right now under the entertainment tab is like Gumball, Zaslav, Looney Tunes. You know, like
It's Warner Brothers. Literally,
Matt Reeves.
Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny built this company, and you gonna get rid of Bugs Bunny movie? That's messed up, man.
I feel like you're gonna do the Iron Man thing. Like Bugs Bunny built this studio in a cave with
a box of crabs.
with Elmer Fudd and carrots and a box of carrots.
with a box of carrots.
Yeah,
That's great. That should be a great rant.
yeah.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, it's like I don't know how Marvel does it. They don't cancel everything. That's how the hell,
Yeah.
man.
Dude, they're gonna go bankrupt. That's what they're gonna do. That's the end game. They're looking to file for bankruptcy. There it is.
Oh, well, speaking of bankruptcy, I guess we can kind of talk about another thing. So, Regal Cinema, I think it was a Cinema World, whatever. They're filing for bankruptcy. So they are the second biggest theater thing in theater. I don't know, company
Or whatever
in
company.
U.S. Yeah, the second biggest. Obviously, AMC is number one by far, but yeah. So the second best can't even hold up now. They're going to file for bankruptcy.
And AMC is gonna buy them all. That's why.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what AMC did. Like they bought up a bunch of other stuff, and so. But
Commandeered.
yeah, which kind of sucks because then like the only way to watch is you have to go to AMC.
Mm-hmm.
Like and then what's gonna happen to ticket prices when they're the only game in town? Freaking IMAX is gonna be what, $20 a ticket?
It's already like $18 a ticket. We're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't let. I'm telling you, Avatar is going to be $20 a ticket. That's just what it is.
Yeah, they're gonna have super 3D. Yeah.
Immerse yourself in our Dolby 3D Plus.
Well, they have those 4D boxes, which has any of you guys ever did the 4D box?
So
at the theater?
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
They
in
me in water. They throw water at you. Like,
yeah,
well, it shakes the whole time. You're like shaking.
It shakes. They like they'll like spray water. Like the seats will move. I saw a couple. Like the first movie that I saw, and the experience itself was more entertaining than the movie itself. Obviously, was Batman versus Superman, and. Like the Batmobile chase, like the seats were moving around and vibrating, which is fun.
So when he said Martha, like Martha actually came in front of you, like Martha.
Oh yeah, she materialized.
Yeah. Freaking Tupac hologram.
Yeah, like the fight in the rain was actually a lot of fun. So there were parts of it that were a lot of fun. I'm not even gonna lie.
I didn't know they squirt water at you.
Yeah, they do. It's almost like a ride,
For especially that's almost a 3-hour movie, ain't it? It's like
it's almost a 3-hour movie. Yeah.
Jesus.
Just
How's your back after that one? You get up, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
My
I remember,
sciatica.
Yeah.
I remember like when like the flashback scene with the bats when they were swirling around Bruce and somehow they live. He starts floating off the ground. Like there were like wind effects that you're in the theater. It was pretty cool. It
I
was
be
fun.
pissed off. I'm like, why are you spitting at me? And who's blowing in my ear? It's just stupid. I be
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah,
So like
I
Avatar is going to be totally underwater. So we're just
Mhm.
going to be underwater, like without any breathing devices, watching Avatar 2. That's what's going to happen, guys. That's
What else did I see?
real 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Pirates of the Caribbean 4 in 4D, which was fun out there.
Oh, Pirates of the
Or
Caribbean.
five. I mean, yeah. Dead Men Tell No Tales. What else did I see? Saw Doctor Strange, the first one, in 4D, and also saw Justice League.
So
in
you just
4D.
saw all the terrible
You saw
movies
a
you
bunch
could.
of.
You try to
I
see as
saw a
many
bunch of-
terrible movies as you could. They're like, man, what's another terrible movie? Let's go see it.
Mhm.
4D.
Oh, we got to leave Doctor Strange out of this. The first one was dope.
No, Doctor Strange. I'm sorry. Doctor Strange is great. I apologize. I'll take it back. Doctor Strange is one of my favorite all time movies.
Mhm.
That first one was great.
Yeah, the first one was awesome.
Yeah.
But
Very
yeah,
similar,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, second one I liked. It was just a different flavor than the first. It was just an Evil Dead repackage as a Marvel movie. You know.
I gotta show this. Oh, no. It's so stupid. Can you guys hear when I play something and it's not on screen?
Only
Yeah,
sometimes.
I think so.
Okay, so here it says Zaslav when he sees a Cartoon Network show created by a queer person from 2010 to 2020 on HBO Max. So.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So I do like Twitter. If you're on a good side of Twitter, I think it could be fun. He's got
Yeah, now that I got my account set up, I'm like tiptoeing through Twitter.
Yeah, I try to stay on topics I like: movies, TVs, and sports.
Yeah, I try to stay focused on strictly those.
Yeah. I mean, man, he's trending right now. Like Zaslav is trending, like not just in the entertainment section, like trending like on Twitter, which is crazy. And people are saying, yeah, he's the most hated man in Hollywood right now. Like actors hate him, animators hate him, just creatives hate him.
I mean,
somebody should tell Zaslav that. Yeah, so somebody should tell Zaslav that canceling every project possible doesn't equal having a plan.
I mean, I've heard Aquaman 2 being canceled.
I don't see that happening.
No, I don't think it will be.
You don't think Batman 2 is going to get canceled? Just
Yeah.
who thought Cartoon Network was going to be canceled? I'm just saying.
Like I said, it's not official yet. Right now it's just a rumor, but all the signs are pointing at it, man. I mean, you're deleting everything off of HBO Max except for just a few. The web soaps.
Who wants to challenge Zaslav to a duel?
But like think of all the stuff we could miss out on if it gets tax write off and it can't be on anything. Ed and Eddie, Samurai Jack.
No, those are like my favorite. Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
You can't be Eddie.
Yeah, but you're talking about Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh my god.
Dexter. Like all those are gonna be.
Cow and Chicken.
Space
Cow and Chicken. Courage.
Oh, man. Whoa.
Courage.
Cow and Chicken.
Courage.
That's good. Said, whoa, Zaslav just banged on my door, stormed into my house, and deleted my pilot script.
Who said that?
This is a random person. It's just
that one's good. Was that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It's like David Zaslav saw the bad press that Bob Chapek got from last year and saw the bad press Netflix got for this year, and it was like, amateurs, I'll show you about bad press.
yeah. Yeah.
Come on,
Man. So also, like, I guess reading about, like, bad decisions and stuff like that. This part of the video is gonna be so hard to edit because there's so many little things.
So much stuff.
But so I was reading an article, was it the other day, about Bob Chapek. I guess Bob Iger is, or is it? Yeah, Chapek, the new Disney guy.
Yeah.
Iger was like, he says he made the wrong decision. He said he should have waited. I was like, yeah, but supposedly, yeah, I know. Iger, he made Disney so great. He did all this great stuff. I don't know who retires from that shit though. It was like, you have the cushiest job ever. You're in charge of Disney. You're on top of the world. Like
they said, like, here, either do all these great things or all these great things or both. And he was like, I'm tired of giving all these great things.
Yeah. Yeah. But supposedly Chapek is was told not to do certain things. Like, literally everyone in the room told him, don't increase the prices for Disney Plus. Bob Iger had a plan, and he's like, we need to be the most subscribed to service, which they
easily,
did.
Yeah, easily was being done, and they were still growing. They still growing.
Yeah. So they're the number one service, and that was Iger's plan. He goes, make people need and want your service, and then it becomes profitable. It becomes like a thing where other places want to come, and I think it's a win-win for both sides. For him, he's like, oh no, we're gonna charge money. Everyone in the room supposedly said no, like, don't do that. It's not a good idea. That's not how we do things, and he's like, I don't care, I'm the boss, hit the button. So,
and it's not like you need the money. So, like, why? Like,
I mean, I get, like, I think everyone's freaking out because of COVID, and the last 2 years was rough, but it was rough for everybody. It wasn't just rough because you didn't make, billions of dollars. It was rough for everybody. Yeah. So, and globally, it's not just US, it was global, so
they did make billions of dollars too.
Yeah. They still made, they just didn't make, $1.2 billion. They made 1.1, some stupid, but yeah, I mean, I know when you went to Disney and I went to Disney right before you, it was still popping, and it had a lot of issues. Magic Kingdom with the whole the Genie Plus thing, which is, again, they told him, don't do it. It's not a good idea. People like how it is now, and it works. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I don't give a shit. And he changed it, and it sucks. Genie Plus sucks, man. Yep. Like, it's not good. It's just not. So, but
there was no reason to do it. There was no reason, and that's my only problem. Is like when you're doing things for no reason at all. Mm-hmm. Like, you're still making billions of dollars. Why?
Yeah. And it kind of brings me back to, like, Zaslav. It was like, you're doing these things for the reason to save money. But how much are you really saving? Like, you're putting this $3 billion like price tag on the stuff you're saving, but it's like, how much money and fan base? It's like, because now adults have their kids watch the show. Like, oh, here's Sesame Street. Sesame Street is known to be good for kids, but you're gonna get rid of everything.
Make like money. So if it doesn't make money, we gotta put it on HBO Max
and then cancel it.
And then cancel it.
And then cancel.
Make them leave them wanting more always.
But never give it. Like, have them want more, but never give it to them. And so I don't know. It's I was on the side of, okay, let's see where this goes with what happened with Batgirl and other stuff. But now it's becoming like a big problem, and it's not just a DC, DCU problem. It's becoming all of Warner Brothers.
Yeah, like a studio-wide problem.
Yeah.
You saw what was going on with CW. I'm just saying. I mean, when they canceled the Flash, I was like, okay, everything else is gone. Everything's gone. Chris, I mean, that was the only one. That was the only thing left.
Yeah.
It was literally the only thing left. And they're like, oh yeah, so you want to watch that? It's over. I mean, he's the type of guy who's going to cancel Supernatural again.
Yeah. It might. But also, like, HBO Max, when it came out, a lot of people were like, I don't want to pay for another service.
Yep.
But then people started getting it. A lot. They offered a lot of free trials for the month, and then they saw how much stuff is on HBO Max.
Yep.
And HBO Max quickly became like a must-have service because of all everything it had. But now you're getting rid of everything. Like you're getting rid of about 40 animated shows just the other day.
The problem
all
is
these movies.
The library's too big. We have too much stuff.
Yeah.
What? that was the problem.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
this felt like an episode of Panda and Grizzly. In the middle of the football season. So this felt like.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. So this is 7 hours ago. I don't know how true this is. It's on Twitter, so I don't know. But it says Warner Brothers Discovery has lost $2.3 billion in market cap since Friday afternoon.
I believe it.
I mean, if you're getting rid of that many shows, all the marketing that will go on because of commercials and stuff like that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a no-brainer. Like, you might have lost that, but how much did it cost you to actually have the show, and to how much money are you going to get back from eliminated from the earth?
Oh my God! So he said, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav on the $3 billion in cuts. Quote, "We don't know exactly how it's going to work." End quote. What? That doesn't sound like a man with a plan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he has a plan. We're not cutting anything from Discovery.
Right?
That's the plan.
All that's reality TV. Like you can pay all those people like shit, and they get their 15 minutes of fame, so they're happy, and then it's super cheap, and then you screw over the crew, because you're not paying them anything. So it's super easy and cheap to make like reality TV.
Sounds like profits to me.
Mm-hmm. Like all I hear is money.
Mm-hmm.
You're complaining, but all I see is dollar bills.
Right. Yeah. So. Ugh.
Yeah, I think that's all we got. Then this is just.
Yeah. It's depressing.
I woke up today. I thought it was gonna be a really good day. I enjoyed watching, House of Dragons, and then we get to all this cancel culture stuff, everything being canceled, and now I'm just feeling empty inside.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I feel so dead inside now.
I'm the same, man. Buy physical media. If go to second hands, go to buy it again. Whatever the hell it's called,
Play it again or whatever. Yeah.
There's one for like books and DVDs.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. But they buy back DVDs and then they resell them. And I found great DVDs there. Like I think I found Dogma on Blu-ray, which is like super hard to find.
Yeah.
Because they didn't make that many. I found it there for like $5, and I took that so quick.
Is that? Oh my gosh.
That does remind me. I got to make a run to disc replay at some point.
Disc replay.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Disc replay. Yeah.
Disc replay is great.
Man, and I mean, we go to the I don't know how often we're gonna go now, but we go to the Goodwill like fairly regularly. You know what I mean? Because we find like good stuff there all the time. Like I constantly show all the sports shit I find there. To the Nerd Auto group. Yeah, I found a bunch of cool stuff. And I always look at the DVDs and see what they got. But now, if there's anything cool, especially like cartoony from Warner Brothers, I might just buy it just to buy it. Imagine like in 10 years reselling Johnny Bravo for like $100.
Dude, talk about he's gonna do it on the black market because WB is gonna have their cops coming out for you. Just sell that. You make $1.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
But I mean, if there's a silver lining, the physical media is still there, I guess.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
For now.
All right, here's one more, and then we'll end it. So this one says, "There's no way Discovery could absolutely ruin Warner Brothers." David Zaslav. So if you've seen
funny.
The Boys, you get that reference.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. All right, and then I guess one last little bit of good news before we head out. Boys season 4 is just started production. So
just started filming. Yeah. That was a quick turnaround.
Oh, Amazon knows what they got, and they're not dumb. They're like, make more, nonstop.
That was.
What can they do to do more than what they already done? Like,
I mean, we'll see how good Samaritan is when that comes out.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, but cool. Anything else, guys? I know it was not a happy.
Yeah, this is like this. I feel depressed.
Yeah.
I feel like we just depressed everybody. Sorry, guys. All we do is report the news. We don't make it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd say that's about it on my end.
There's another one. The entire animation community.
They should have had him with Brandon Snap.
I know, right? That's more accurate. He snaps and everything gets dusted.
Yeah. Rick and Morty, next thing you know, is dusted.
Why is he doing this? Why?
Yeah. Robot Chicken's gone.
Don't say that. Yeah. So. Yeah, there you go. The Boys just started filming. Dan Harmon just said we're finally getting the Community movie. So there's some good news in media.
Speaking of Dan Harmon and Community, and this is actually something I just stumbled upon the other day, even though it's years and years old. Did anyone ever hear like the angry voicemail Chevy Chase left Dan Harmon years and years back?
So he played it on stage.
He played it on
stage.
That was
he played it on stage.
That was great. Chevy Chase was so heated. It was so hilarious. I think my favorite line from that was, "You're not funny. You're okay."
Says the man who like did physical comedy like for so long. It's like, how do you not? You don't get it. You don't get
it. Yeah. I don't know how I overlooked that all those years, but I just randomly stumbled upon it the other day. I replayed it probably at least 12 times.
At least you know what? Now we're leaving with a laugh, guys. At least we'll smile.
All right, one last one, then we're out of here. This one was funny.
In the way! Yoinks! In the way! Yoinks! And the way! Yoinks!
And for people who don't know what America Online is, then you're not old enough.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Go home. Go to bed.
Yeah. It's too late for you.
You got school tonight. Tomorrow.
All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everybody. Right. Thank you. We'll see you on Friday talking about She-Hulk and some other stuff. So cool. All right. Out of here. Later, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.